Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our weekly energy reading. It is Saturday night. Normally, I film either Saturday during the day or Sunday during the day. But I got home for the night and I was like, man, I feel like doing a nighttime reading. I haven't done one in a while. So I set up all cozy on the floor. I have my Palo Santo, and we are going to open up some sacred space. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. We have such a wonderful, loving community here on YouTube. And for those of you that are new, I call in my guides, Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, to open sacred space. I love the smell of matches. So we're going to call both of them in. Okay, here we go. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and whitest light messages to come through. Bless me. Bless my cards. Bless my beautiful viewers. All right, let's see what messages we need to hear today. Okay, this week we're coming in on the end of January. I immediately got guided to Angel Wisdom Tarot. For those of you that are new, I will always name the deck before I use it, so that if you ever want to go and purchase it, I get most of my decks, either they're gifted to me by wonderful humans, or they are found on Amazon. So Angel Wisdom Tarot, this can be found on Amazon. My friend Emily is so sweet, and she got me this deck, I guess 2 years ago. Ooh, okay, we have 8 of Wands. This is 8 of Fire. Okay, so this is like when I use this tarot deck, and I get this card. 8 of Wands usually means like fast movement, communication, but in this deck, it's like all of your dreams are coming true and it's happening at lightning speed. So if you've been manifesting a large sum of money, it could be happening this week. If you've been manifesting a move or a solution to any problem, it's going to be fast moving. And sometimes these solutions, I have to tell you guys that through my experiences, I've been doing readings for almost 6 years now. So I hear a lot of stories. I hear how the universe works. They'll do a reading with me, and then 6 months later, they'll call me or text me and say, oh my gosh, you have to hear what happened. Your reading was spot on. And they tell me about how things move so quickly that they almost feel like it's not the right path because it's like lightning speed. And they're like, wait, I have to move across country, or I have to quickly change jobs, or it's just like this fast-paced energy. So this card says too much going on, stress caused by many positive opportunities, unexpected events or rapid changes, the ability to multitask, business travel. And I know that February is supposed to be a huge month for partnerships. So there might be a lot of relationships ending at the end of January and then new partnerships coming together come February. So because I think there's going to be things happening in the world soon, and we need our people to be together. Everyone needs to have somebody. I just firmly believe that. I don't believe that we're meant to traverse this life alone as men or women. So if you're single and you're watching this, I am with you. It is not easy to be single and to want that connection, and to want to, as a woman, to want to feel safe. Like I want to be able to close my eyes and not think about things and just have my partner take care of things. Like that's the masculine's job, is to provide and to protect. So for me to be able to just close my eyes or get into a car and not have to drive, or just not have to take care of dinner plans, or not trying to figure out what to eat for dinner, like just surprise me. I'll eat anything. I'm sure a lot of you, maybe you have that in partnerships. And if you do, comment below and tell me how your relationship is going and how you feel seen, heard, provided for, taken care of. And if you're a masculine watching this, tell me how you feel nurtured by your feminine. How is she that warm, soft, playful, patient, consistently loving you, always showing up for you, and just listening? most feminines are just so good at providing like the feminine space. Like you walk into a feminine's home and you're just like, man, I don't want to leave. The smells, the textures, the warmth, you can feel the energy of a feminine. And ladies, just to let you know, if you hold a core feminine energy, that's why your masculine loves you. You don't need to talk. You don't need to prove yourself or do things for him. You just need to create a space that you love. He will love it too. And you listen, and they come in the door, and you don't ask them a million questions, but you're just that person that they can come to, and they can rest their heart on you. And you can just be that solid ground for them. They always say the masculine leads the partnership, but I think the feminines lead too. I think the feminines kind of, they kind of drop the breadcrumb and then invite the masculine into his masculine energy to provide for her. Like I would say something if I had a partner, I'd be like, hey, could you surprise me next week with like a yummy dinner date? Like, don't tell me where, just tell me what day and time and I'll be ready. But like that then leads him, right? That's telling him he now knows what I want. And then he can go and just be adventurous. And it's like a thrill, like, oh, I got to pick something she likes. I don't know where she's going to want to go. So it's like a risk and they have to figure it out. And that's what masculines are missing in our world is their feminine is not giving them any kind of like, they're not leading them. They're not telling them what their needs are. So they're walking around feeling like they never can do anything right. Because maybe they're excessively doing things that are thinking are going to make him or her happy, and it's not. So feminines, we have to lead with expressing our needs, and the masculines, you show up and you perform and you take that risk and you do that thing, and then you hope that she loves it. And then we again return that by verbally admiring you for it and saying, thank you so much for taking me on this date. It was so good. And texting you 3 days later, I'm still thinking about that yummy food. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I'm so glad you picked that place. Like that makes a masculine probably feel so successful. Like I did it. I showed up for my woman and I did it well, you know, and sometimes it might not always go well, but that's part of being in partnership is learning about each other and figuring out what each other likes. So I feel like this energy this week is, partnerships are coming together fast because there's going to be these changes that are happening in the world and they need to quickly move people out. They might be traveling, you might be abruptly leaving situations, I'm hearing, because you need to be in that safe space when the world starts to change. Do you know what I mean? Like we all can have things happening in our own world. But when there's things happening on a global scale, we want to be safe with the people that we're meant to traverse this life with. So first message, fast movement. Where should I put my cards? I'll put them on my couch. Okay. So fast movement, people are going to be leaving things and finally making it to their home. Okay, wise counsel, unity with a spiritually minded community. Heck yeah, my channel. Ask the divine for help and trust the answers will come. Compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. So maybe when you're trying to navigate these changes, you might need to, you know, watch a YouTube channel where you're learning about this. I feel like I said YouTube channel, funny. I'll have to rewind it back later and listen. But like when you watch videos like this, like maybe some of you guys have just learned something new from what I just said. I don't know. I know I used to learn so much from my mentor, from watching other readers, from going to other psychic mediums, and they would basically be like life coaches. They were saying, you know, Michelle, you know, let's try to refine you. Let's try to switch your thinking around this. Or maybe you need to stop that pattern and start like tightening up your ship and be better and choose better for yourself. So sometimes the wise counsel comes from a reader. It comes from going to see a healer. And people, we're here. Like, that's why we're here. That's why I'm sitting here pulling cards for you guys, because I know how much it helped me refine myself. I wanted to be better. I wanted to understand the universe. I wanted to be in partnerships and understand why I maybe sabotage them or why I'm scared to leave my job and start YouTube. So like we learn so much from other people who've already done it or have observed it a ton. You know, some of the best football coaches, basketball coaches, for professional athletes. They've never even played the sport, but they've watched it and they've immersed themselves, or maybe their dad was a coach or their mom was a coach and they're following in their footsteps because they grew up having like an eagle eye perspective of everything that's going on and how it all works. So I also just got a message. If you're wanting to be a coach, if you're wanting to be a reader or some sort of counselor or healer, you don't have to have a certification to do it. Your life experiences are enough, and your confidence, show up wherever you want to show up and help people. You deserve to get paid. That's your gift. You know what I mean? You're using your experiences. Okay. Let's get another card. I just heard it's going to be really exciting this week. So exciting that you're going to have to hermit afterwards. Or you've been hermiting now and it's time to make some moves. Time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. Shine your light as an example to others. Seek out or become a spiritual mentor. Self-discovery. I didn't know that. The hermit card, I normally wouldn't say that, but this deck, there's a reason why I picked it. You have 2 spiritual mentors. And you guys know that I offer a mentorship. It's like $195 per call, but I group it together and you pay up front. It's $1,000, 555, the fives. But when you break it down, it's $195 per call, which a lot of readers, when they charge per session, they're usually over $200. So I feel like my mentorship is a steal, and the amount that you learn and that you gain, and just having somebody to tell you like you're doing the right thing, or yeah, maybe we need to make a change here, we need to pivot, or teaching you how to physically manifest more for yourself. We need guides like that. So, and if you're like me on my channel, you might be like me one day. You might have your own YouTube channel. You might be a wise counselor. You might be a mentor. So this is a seed that's being planted in you, that you might be getting all these downloads, this communication this week from your guides and your angels saying, all right, it's time. It's time to make that move. It's time to leave that job. It's time to start the business. And I know it can be scary. So if you need help, you can always book just one session with me, or you can book the mentorship. We'll do a discovery call. I always like to make sure that we're a match. And with my mentor or my mentees, I only work with women, just so you guys know. But this is fast movement, and you might need guidance because things might move so fast. You're just like, wait, what's going on? Or you might need somebody to prompt you to on how to call in something fast. I know I have one mentee. She's awesome. She's from down a couple hours south of me, and she's doing amazing. She's making so much progress. I think we just finished our 3rd call. And she's just so much more peaceful and more calm, where before her mind was always telling her that nothing's ever going to get better. She's always waiting for manifestations. And now she's seeing that, wow, she's being different. Throat chakra. Anytime my throat chakra starts to burp or hiccup or something, that's a lot of energy moving, and it's truth. It's me speaking truth. So she's having so many breakthroughs on week 3, where she even had she started her own blog, and she had some random guy messaged her. I think it's like an old friend. And he was like, hey, I read your blog. It sounds awesome. Where for months she hadn't started the blog, but she wasn't getting any kind of movement. She wasn't getting any kind of feedback that she's on the right path or that she's doing the right thing. So she took some space from her job, started working with me. So booked the mentorship after she kind of left her job partially. She went part-time. And now she's got more space, and she was seeing how much her energy was just engulfed in all of her work, and it was smothering her, and she wasn't feeling as high vibe. So now she has more time. Now she can write, and she's already getting feedback. So keep that in mind. Like when you work with a mentor, things really start to shift. Like your life changes because that mentor is not going to let you sit still. And sometimes it's not a ton of action that you have to take, but it's just the awareness that the mentor shows you, like, hey, I see this in you, and you're not seeing how amazing you are. You're not seeing how much you've already manifested. So a lot of times we need that mirror perspective to be like, man, I've been overlooking so many things and not celebrating myself. Yep. Okay, we're coming out of the storm. We've been in such a storm lately. We've been waiting for that money. We've been waiting for our manifestations, that partnership, that marriage, kids. I just heard somebody watching this, you might be struggling to get pregnant, and I'm so sorry. I have no idea what that's like, and I'm sending you so much love. Um, and please feel free to email me and let me know that this resonates with you, because I feel like it's for one specific person, maybe two. And I just saw a woman with blonde hair. So I'm sending you so much love. If you're struggling to get pregnant or maybe you miscarried, just trust your path. You're coming out of a dark storm. That rainbow baby is coming. Okay. It says the end of challenging times, things are looking up, a welcome relief, finding your way to a peaceful place, the end of depression or an illness, travel or relocation. Holy cow. So even for somebody else, for majority of our collective, I'm telling you, somebody's coming toward you. Somebody's going to be traveling, leaving their state, or somebody's coming to you. And it's you're leaving the storm and you're going towards the celebration. One of my clients randomly sent me $20 to celebrate Mardi Gras, which is next month. And it was just so random and out of nowhere and so thoughtful. And it was like a donation, like, hey, treat yourself. And she called it, there's cake, I guess, that they eat. And that's Mardi Gras cake called king cake. I'd never heard of it. So I Googled it real fast. And oh my God, it looks so delicious. It's like, I think cinnamon cake and coffee cake mixed. And then they have the greens and purples icing on top of it. So I want to try and find it in New Jersey somewhere. But that just reminds me of travel. And she's somebody who's wanting to travel and possibly leave where she lives. But we're going to be getting these, I don't know, like you might be getting an invitation to go somewhere. Somebody's going to be getting an invitation to travel. Maybe you're going to go on a vacation. Oh my gosh. So quick story. Let's do some Micah magic to get confirmation on that. So my friend Elisa, she's so amazing. She turns 40 next week or next month. And she manifested a free trip to Puerto Rico for her birthday. And it's one of her family members is paying for the whole trip, the flight, the stay, everything. And we went to Starbucks the other night and she told me about it. And I was like, can I share this as a success story? And she was like, yeah. She's like, I didn't really manifest it though. She didn't like ask for the trip. But let me tell you, she's a mom of 6. 3 of them are triplets. And her head is just spinning all day long. Like, can you imagine taking care of that many kids? Some of you guys probably have that many kids. So I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget that there's an audience watching me because I'm just in my living room by myself. And I don't know all of your personal situations, but she has 6 kids and she used to be a teacher like me. We taught across the hall from each other for 14 years, but she so deserves it. Every mom, every dad deserves a trip and a vacation away from the kids to kind of like fall back into yourself and your joy. Ooh, dream job. It'll come at the end of the month. This is the end of the month. Woohoo. If somebody's looking for a job, it's coming. That travel, that relocation. It could be you leaving a job and going somewhere else. Your dream job is on the way. But the vacation piece, she's going to be going to Puerto Rico. And then my other neighbor, she manifested a trip to the Virgin Islands. I think she's leaving this week. And there was somebody else who manifested a free trip. No, oh no, it was my aunt. My aunt, if you're watching, hi Aunt Jewel, I love you. She's on this like 4-month vacation, like traveling. It's like a cruise. And sometimes they have like 6 hours at sea or 6 days at sea before they hit their next location. She's going to New Zealand, but she was just in Bora Bora. And I literally posted in November on my Instagram that I was manifesting Bora Bora. I've always wanted to go there. So here's another message, but that travel and relocation, like I might get an offer. I might get that. I've been manifesting that trip. So that might come in for me this week. When I get those cards, if I were to get them for myself, that's what I would think of because that's what I've been manifesting for the last few months. So what have you been manifesting? This could apply to everybody watching. What have you been manifesting that might cause you to have to like travel, maybe drive an hour away, or maybe you win the lottery and you have to drive 2 hours to wherever your central location is for the lottery offices. I'm lucky it's only like 35 minutes from me. but planning out like, all right, what am I manifesting? It's fast changes, fireworks, leaving like bad times, cloudy times, times where you're just like, oh my God, I don't know where my next paycheck's coming from. I have $3 in my bank account. Like this is the end of that. That when you get those two cards, that's what that means. Be mindful of your thoughts. So when you're in that darkest before dawn energy, that's why it's good to have a spiritual mentor, because they can help you see where you're telling yourself that's not possible. It's not going to happen. It's going to happen to everybody else. It's not going to happen to me. And that's what I work with my mentees on is I can hear them talk to me on Zoom. And then I just repeat back to them what they say. And I'm like, hey, did you just catch yourself? You just said it's probably never going to happen. Or their energy shifts and I see their body language change. And then I let them know like, hey, I just saw a shift in you. What were you just thinking about? And we become mindful of our thoughts. So if you want that dream job and you're not believing it's going to show up because you just haven't really experienced any miracles in your life, I need you to like listen up right now. It's coming for you. And your guides are literally, and I'm stuttering a lot, which means they're talking through me. Being mindful to not doubt it, to trust that whatever comes in is going to be perfect. It's going to be exactly what you've wanted for years. And sometimes it takes leaving something first for something else to drop in. But you'll know when it's time to do that. Okay. You are the sunshine in their life. So if this is a partnership, if somebody is coming towards you, they're traveling towards you, you are the sunshine in their life. And I keep stuttering. It's an emotional time. Be gentle with yourself. I notice, I always wonder sometimes, like, am I really channeling Archangel Michael or Archangel Metatron? Like, I'm still not super strong with like knowing which one is fully here. I do know that when I watch other readers who, not readers, but people who channel archangels, they tend to stutter like that. Like that's how the angels come through. So I've always wondered that about myself. And I've always felt like I was going to be a channel in my later years. And I've been maybe resisting it or blocking it out of fear. But just because I have such a unique lifestyle, I don't have a family and I don't have all these things that other people have. Not saying that people that are channels can't have that, but just some thoughts. But maybe I'll ask why I've been stuttering so much. I'll ask my guides. Okay, it's emotional time. Be gentle with yourself. So maybe that person that is coming towards you, maybe they've been through a really, really dark time. Maybe they're the ones leaving that rough sea. And it's like they cannot wait to get to you because you are this. You're the sunshine. You're the rainbow after the storm. They've been struggling so hard. And honestly, I just heard just your smile is enough. Oh, see? Just your smile is enough. You are loved. And I just heard angel deck. So we're going to use the angel deck. I do forget the author of this one. I'm sorry. I don't have my book around me. Whoa, this one just dropped out. Be a light to others. You have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. This is a call to action. Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, I'm feeling them strongly. I just saw the color blue really loudly. And to me, that's Archangel Michael. But this is, you guys are being called to show up in the world. You know, that blue is the throat chakra. It's speaking your truth. It's putting yourself out there. I was just on a call the other day talking to that same client who who lives a couple hours south of me, but we were talking about how we both know that in a past life as feminines, we were probably killed for speaking up, or maybe killed for being oracles, or you know, connecting to spirit. Maybe it was so like taboo back then that they saw us as a threat. And now we're in this lifetime where it's not the case, and we need to speak up because we need to help people awaken. And we carry the same like codes from that past life. We carry the same oracle energies, and it's time now. We have to show up in the world and we have to speak. And if we have trauma from childhood, if we have trauma from a past life where maybe we were killed for speaking or stoned for speaking, or maybe you were just killed for being yourself and you were misunderstood, that will live in your nervous system and it will stop you from starting the channel, starting the podcast. I know for me, for years, I was so scared to speak, and I still get scared to speak in groups. I just feel like somebody's going to come up and hit me across the face or something. Like I just get so scared and my teeth chatter. It's bizarre, but it makes sense because those things did happen to me. But this is a call to action. And it's funny because today on my Instagram, today on my community page, I just felt this like Wonder Woman energy come over me. And I'm just like, I have to get people on their mission. I have to help people know their power and remind them of their power. And I've always had this like warrior energy in me where my mission is most important. And I used to be so mission driven. And I feel like somebody else out there is like me. And that's why I'm sharing this right now. If this is you, comment below. It's me too. But sometimes I neglect my family. And I don't have kids and I don't have a partner. So my family is my siblings, my nieces and my nephews, my mom. It used to be my dad. My dad passed in 2021, but I would get so engulfed in teaching during the day. And then I would do readings at night and on the weekends that I would never see my family. I was so heavily mission driven. Like, I got to change the world. I got to show up. I got to help people with these readings. I got to save everybody. And that energy came over me today. I had like 3 or 4 hours of complete bliss. I just felt so good. I went to the gym and like crushed a workout like I was Wonder Woman. But I know that there's a different meaning behind that now. Now I see Wonder Woman in my head, in channeling through me, as somebody who's a space holder, somebody who's activating all of you to get on your mission, to lead with me, to not have me lead you, to you guys stand next to me and we all shine our light together to make a change on our planet. And that's what we're all doing right now. We're all coming out of this darkness and we have to get out of these other vibrations so that we can shine our light, because this vibration will 100% dim your light. And you guys know that feeling. And I'm sending you so much love if you're in that phase where you're like ready to leave your job or you're ready to leave a relationship and you feel like you don't know how to do it, or you feel like it's not time yet. Just trust yourself. You will know when it's the right time. Your soul will guide you. It's happened to me so many times. There was also times in my past where I should have left relationships sooner and I stayed too long out of fear of money, fear, where am I going to live now? And then the person ended up, kind of cheating on me. And then I ended up living with my brother in his basement because I had nowhere to go. So last minute, I had owned a condo, but I had renters in my condo and I was living with my boyfriend. So I had nowhere to go. So I had to sleep at my brother's house. And he has a full house. He has 4 girls. He had 2 dogs at the time, a wife. And here I am, another woman in the house, all that estrogen. But sometimes, like, I think if I would have left that partnership sooner, I would have had a plan. I would have known where to go because I would have been prepared. But I stayed in it because I just was too scared to leave to create a plan. So if you're needing to create a plan, reach out to somebody. Maybe that's why we got a double counselor healer card. Maybe you need assistance right now. And sometimes one session with a healer or one call with me is enough. And right now my rates are $177. They're normally $222. But I lowered them because so many people need help right now. So I dropped my prices just to be of service in any way that I can. So feel free to email me if you'd like a session. Okay, you are never alone. If you've been feeling lost, your angels want you to trust them. They are always with you. Get excited. They are bringing you something good this week. This is the fireworks card. Trust it, you guys. Even if it's a small, tiny little idea. Like, I had a texting conversation with my client who dropped me the $20 as a gift. And by the end of our conversation throughout the day, she had a new idea, a new breadcrumb for where she could go. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're intuitively led to gift somebody something, or to text them or just to reach out and send an emoji. And then you realize, wow, after that conversation, something happened. There was new awareness. And that's what getting out of your own way really is. You're getting out of your way, right? She got out of her own way. She thought of me. She wanted to tip me or just give me a little gift and shower me with some love. And then all of a sudden she was, she was receiving something in return after we talked. So it was almost like she was paying for like a little mini session and she didn't even know it. But it wasn't paying, it's an exchange. We exchanged energy and it was really beautiful and loving. And she feels more in alignment now, a little more safe. So I hope she does. And I know she's probably watching. So I'm so proud of you. Okay. This is for you. A celebration is coming. New partnerships, marriage, pregnancy, moving, an opportunity, promotion. You are worthy of this abundant time. Soak in the deliciousness. All right. This is like bonkers. We have dream job is on the way. We have coming out of a dark storm. We're travel, some sort of movement, fireworks, a celebration, excitement. You're going to be shining your light more now. You might have needed assistance along the way to chill you out because it's coming. It's an emotional time. I just heard it might be an emotional time when it arrives because it's going to be like winning the lottery. Like, can you guys imagine winning the lottery? Let's all just think about that right now. Imagine right now if you just scanned a ticket and you just saw jackpot winner or winner jackpot, whatever it is, jackpot winner. And imagine it said like $20 million when you go to the office or you figure out how much it is. And you're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Is this real? Is this real? Is this real? And you go into the feeling of it. That's the firework energy. It's fast movement. It's like your life changes overnight. And it's everything you've ever wanted. And it's just on your doorstep. And now you're like, crap, what do I do now? I got to get everything in alignment. I'm going to bed and I can't even sleep because my adrenaline is pumping. So I believe the emotional time is like a high emotional time. And you want to be mindful of your thoughts because when we experience good, okay, this is definitely why we got this card. When we experience good, our ego jumps in so fast to try to sabotage us. There's an entire book written on this called The Big Leap, and it's by Gay Hendricks, and he talks about upper limiting problems where when you reach that upper limit, you win the lottery, you get the business deal, you get the dream partner. Your nervous system is so attuned to experiencing chaos from childhood that you unconsciously sabotage it and create chaos because you weren't prepared for it. But if I can sit here and prepare you and get you into the feeling of having it now. So whatever you're manifesting, I need you to sit tonight, tomorrow night, whenever, sit in a meditation and just imagine that feeling of getting it. And then thinking, okay, when this celebration happens, I'm going to be really, really mindful for the next 10 hours to see what thoughts come up, to see what actions I feel drawn to take. And I tap the brakes and say, I'm not taking any action right now. I'm just going to let the ticket sit there. I'm just going to let the person chill with all of these compliments they're giving me, or that maybe they just asked me to marry them. I'm just going to rest in it and enjoy the celebration and not take any actions yet, because your actions are then going to come from the subconscious, which is you being used to chaos. So even today, like I had those 4 or 5 hours where I was just in complete bliss. I felt so good. I was at the gym. I crushed a workout. I meditated afterwards on the floor at the gym on a mat, and it just felt so good. I had the windows open. There was like a cross breeze. There was nobody around. It was a warm day here. And I just felt so good. I felt like Wonder Woman. I felt like I just wanted to inspire people with my story. And I was really proud of who I am. And then 3 hours later, I'm home. I think it was when I was in the bathtub before I got ready to do this. And I had this old thought. It's this old thought that, the mistakes I've made in the past that I'm not proud of, whether it was not being faithful in a relationship or them not being faithful to me and me completely lashing out at them. I started to think about those things. And I'm like, wait, Michelle, why are you even thinking about your past right now? Because we know the past is in the past. I've done 1,000 sessions on a massage table with my mentor, forgiving myself for my past mistakes, feeling terrible. And it's not a part of me anymore. It's not in my nervous system. But this is what the mind does. The mind is not used to you being in bliss. So out of nowhere, it will throw you a thought from your past or some sort of thought saying that you're going to fail or you're going to lose something or this is too good to be true or you should feel shame for what you've done in the past. And we have to stop and say, nice try, ego. I just had a really great day. You are not going to creep in and tell me these thoughts. They're just a thought. And if we feed that thought oxygen, it grows bigger like a balloon. So if we don't give it any oxygen, it doesn't grow. It can't go anywhere. It's just going to fall to the ground. So please don't give your ego any oxygen. But burping like crazy. Um, being mindful of that. You have to be able to catch it. If you don't catch those thoughts, you will literally be on a negative loop right after you have the most amazing experience of your life. So the ego literally, like, I have one client who just booked the mentorship with me and she just got all this money and she's spending it in all these cool ways and she finally feels free in her life. And her ego jumps in often and says, you shouldn't be buying this, you shouldn't be doing this. But that's because that's her old program. She didn't have the money in the past to spend. So now that she is spending, her body doesn't feel safe. So her ego is creating a story saying, you shouldn't be doing this. So I'm coaching her to become mindful of that and to say, no, I'm going to get my nervous system used to this. I'm allowed to receive. This feels good. I deserve this. I deserve this. I deserve this. And you tell your body, and your nervous system, and your heart, and your soul that you're so worthy. And sometimes it takes sitting in front of a mirror and telling yourself that you're worthy, looking at yourself in the eyes and saying, I am so proud of you. I chose this vessel. I chose those eyes, and you're crushing it. And all the past is in the past. We are now in the present, and I am so proud of how far we've come. And my phone just lit up as I said that. And it's 7-Eleven. So keep that in mind. And I'm just going to read this one comment because I feel like it's, yeah, this is awesome. So someone just put, Michelle, I continue to watch all of your videos and love them and will book something with you at some point. So awesome. So like me just saying I'm celebrating me and I just manifested somebody celebrating me. So that's what happens. It becomes instant manifestation. You start to really be mindful of your thoughts. And as soon as you see the mind thinking a thought from your past and beating you up about shame and guilt, or this person's never going to choose me, or if I'm with them, it's going to be impossible because we don't like the same things, but I love them and I want to be with them. No, you don't even think about it. Anything is possible. You don't have to have everything the same to be with somebody. It's actually more beautiful to have major differences to then grow and learn together. So that was a tiny message for somebody out there. If you're worried about your counterpart, your person, maybe they're from a different race, or maybe they're a different religion or backgrounds or whatever it is, different countries, you're limiting yourself because it's something you've never experienced, right? So you're limiting yourself and telling yourself it's not going to work because I've never done it before. And that's part of being in the unknown, is being open to those partnerships. Okay. Should we move on to money, you guys? Yes. I know you're all nodding your heads like, yes, Michelle, do it. Okay. So for those of you that don't know, I created a money deck and it's very different. I've never seen a deck like this out there. But it's money talking to you. So this is what money wants to tell you. And your relationship with money is everything. So if you want to attract money, you have to know that it's an energy. It's like water and it moves all the time. So we can't hold on to money. We always have to be spending it. We always have to be saving it, putting it in something, we're moving it around. Money is a flow of energy. And when you don't move it around, you cut off the flow. Okay. Yep. So respect me. So this is something that I've been working on. I actually just did my taxes. I didn't get all the paperwork yet though, but I have a whole Google spreadsheet. I actually sell it on my website. You guys should totally go buy it if you want it. It's freaking awesome. But it has all of your expenses that you just put in there, all of your income. It has it broken down to like your cable, your power bill, your rent, your mortgage, your health insurance, your car payment. It's got every little slot, and you can even put in your own. It's all color coded and it's all has equations. It's perfect. It's an Excel spreadsheet. So it's already, the math is done for you. So each month you just enter what you pay and what you spend. And then boom, you have that for your taxes. You can go and look and see, oh, wow, I spent this much on Amazon for my business. And you can go in and just total it up. But that's respecting your money. You're keeping track. And I think I have it for like $44. It's super cheap, but it's a whole spreadsheet, and I think I have it on Etsy. So if you go to my website and you go to my shop, and then that will take you to Etsy, and you can just purchase it on there, and you'll get it downloaded immediately, and you can start using it. I think it's called the Abundance Tracker, but that's respecting your money. You're paying attention to it. You're seeing where it's flowing. Oh, I'm going to put in that my rent was this amount. Oh, look how much I made. And when you respect it, like when I sat at my computer and just did that tonight, I felt so juiced because I'm like, I know how much money I made this year. I know how well my business did. I know how well I did with tracking it all. A lot of my stuff is on Venmo and PayPal. So I have to track, every single reading that gets booked, every mentorship. And they can print out, spreadsheets for you as well. But I like to do it myself. I like to have my own full spreadsheet of everything. So I don't have like 5 different things. And I know there's apps out there where you guys probably have stuff better figured out than I do. But when you're basically like, you're paying attention to it, money, you have to have a relationship with money. And I only learned this because I didn't have a relationship with money. I actually hated money. I didn't feel worthy of it, but yet I was manifesting millions, but I had no relationship to it. I was never talking to it. I was always tracking it, but I would always end up in debt and then out of debt and in debt and out of debt. And I just didn't respect it. I was like throwing it away. And in my family, I had one parent, super frugal, wore the same shoes every single day for years. And then I had another parent who was like, her love language, my mom, her love language is oh my gosh, is gift giving. Sorry for the stuttering. I get really embarrassed. It doesn't happen to me very often. I know you guys you're not bothered by it, but her love language is gift giving. So she loves to give gifts. So my dad would always be like, here she goes spending money again, and he would be cute and sarcastic with it, like making fun of her and playful. And they would like, banter back and forth. But I have 2 polar opposites that I grew up watching. I have one parent who's like, don't spend that. I have another parent who's like, sure, go ahead, do it. So I think I inherited more of my mom's energy, but I have my dad's like logical, like, let's track it all. He was such a spreadsheet guy. For his business, he was in charge of all the taxes and all the bills and the insurance, and he was the numbers guy. So money is telling you, long story short, to track it, to start seeing what's coming in and what's going out. And I just heard somebody has a finance person as their spouse, and I am so jealous. I so wish somebody else would do it for me. Okay, nothing's popping out. Oh, feel my love by looking at what you have. I'm so glad that they made me pull this card, because this is what I was trying to say earlier, is that when I was doing that spreadsheet, I didn't realize how much I had made this year. So I was thinking, I was not mindful of my thoughts. My ego was telling me, oh my God, you're going to owe so much at tax time. You're an entrepreneur, so everything's different now. And I taught for 17 years. So doing my taxes is a little, I stuttered again, is a little, I'm not drunk, I swear. This is not beer. This is my immunity booster. I literally haven't had a drink in probably a year and a half or 2 years. And when I drink, it's something fruity with vodka. But anyway, not drunk. But I forget what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I was just feeling so good because being an entrepreneur now, I don't always know how much I'm going to make. It's, every month is different. You don't know when you're going to get sales. My mindfulness program, sometimes I'll get a check for $5,000. Sometimes I get a check for $125 per month. So I never know what's coming in. So for somebody out there, respecting money, having a relationship with it, really appreciating how much you have right now, even if you only have $10 to your name, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can count up to 10. I know sounds, I stuttered again. I know this might sound strange, but $10 is still more than zero. And when you're manifesting, somebody commented today, and I totally resonated with it. They said something like, I keep manifesting small amounts. What does this mean? And I truly think this means that we're being shown that we don't need a massive amount to feel safe. The massive amount will come when you learn this. But when we manifest small amounts, and this is truth, okay, this is confirmation. I just saw blue again, Archangel Michael. So when we manifest these small amounts, we are learning that every small need is being met. Because if you were to manifest $2 million right now, you might still manifest small amounts, but they won't be as meaningful, right? Like, you need the money, and getting the small amounts is cool, but you're still like, oh, I just would feel better with a bigger amount. But the universe is saying, no, you're missing the point. Feel good with the small amount. Know that even if you have zero, that $1,000 that you need is going to come in 2 days, and you can trust it. And then when it does come, now you have this newfound faith, where most people who are millionaires, what if they were to lose their millions? They would not have the faith that you have. So you're learning something in this process. So I need you all to really, really trust that money wants to find you. It wants to have a relationship with you. It is a flow. So when you're getting those small amounts, you need to be jumping up and down, because that means you're doing it. You're doing something that's making it consistently come in. Okay. And it's just a matter of time for you to hold the line to know when the big amount's coming in. And a lot of times our nervous system, like I said, that book, The Big Leap, if you're not ready to receive $1 million, the universe is not going to bring it. And the way you know you're not ready is that if you're going to give it to people that aren't worthy of receiving it, if you still don't have boundaries, if you don't know how to say no to somebody, because guess what? When you're somebody who has money, people come out of the woodwork, and not the people that you would expect. What if you're an aunt or uncle, or now you're known as that aunt who has money, and your nieces and nephews are constantly going to be contacting you? Are you going to be good at saying, sorry, I can't? You have to think about all of these different things, because your subconscious holds all of that resistance. And we need to prepare you and to let you know that you don't have to share your wealth either. If you win big money, don't share it. Maybe keep it quiet. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm giving you options. Something that will settle your nervous system down to let you know it's safe to receive this money, because I don't have to share it. I don't even have to tell my parents or my siblings that I have this money. I'm just going to keep it for me, because I love my soul so much. And I know how hard I've worked my whole life to be a good person, to provide for myself, to be kind to everybody. And you're worthy of receiving that gift. I say it all the time in my readings, that when you get a gift and then you quickly share it with somebody verbally, or if you get a celebration or something great happens, you get the job, you get an opportunity. If you don't sit with that win and celebrate it yourself, you're breaking off some of that energy and giving it away. And that is self-sabotage, because at the start of it, you had this big ball of energy and it's yours, and God just brought it to you because he wants to reward you, or the universe wants you to reward you, whatever you believe in. And it wants you to take that ball of light and, kind of like a video game, absorb it into your soul and be like, yes, I did this. It's mine. And I'm not going to tell anybody about it just yet. Maybe wait 24 hours, maybe wait 5 hours, but you sit with that energy and just be like, I did it. Oh my gosh, I got the manifestation. I got the $50,000. I got the $150,000. I got the $6,000. I got the $100. Whatever it is, you sit with that ball of energy and you hold it. You are so worthy of keeping that. Okay. When you go and share it, you're giving it away. And honestly, I'm not going to tell you to not share it with me because obviously we're a team on this channel and we're all trying to manifest wonderful things. But I would recommend, like, wait a couple hours before you jump into somebody's phone and share it, because you're breaking off a piece of that light and you're giving it away. And that person's opinion might kind of hinder your light. They might not have the reaction that you wanted. And you're like, oh, is it not that great of a manifestation? I thought it was. So be mindful about who you share it with too. I'm a wonderful person to share it with. You can always email me and I will send you a voice memo back immediately, like jumping up and down in my apartment by myself, being like, yes, I get it. I celebrate you. You did it. And then I'm like, what were the signs you saw before it came? But yeah, like be careful about who you share it with and really like soak it in. You deserve it. Put me in front of a mirror. Okay, this is going to be the final money message. So right now, if you want to manifest more money, take a piece of paper, write the amount that you want to manifest and place it on your mirror. Just tape it onto the mirror. Maybe do a couple different mirrors. So what that's doing is it's multiplying the money. Yes, you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to see it. You're going to say it out loud. You're going to be like, all right, sweet. That's my affirmation for the day. But what's really happening with feng shui is you are amplifying, you're multiplying. Mirrors double things. So when it's in front of a mirror, you're energetically doubling what's ever in front of that mirror. So you can also put it in front of the mirror, like a bowl of money. You could do a bowl of coins. But I like to write large amounts. That usually works well for me. And I usually get those large amounts. But sometimes it takes 5 or 6 weeks. So you just have to be patient. Okay. It's not a quick journey always. All right, let's end this reading with, should we do an animal deck? Sure, let's do an animal deck. This is Spirit Animal Oracle. And I just saw the bee at the bottom, which is a sign from my dad. And it said that the bee card says, sweet results await, so that your nectar is coming. Your honey is coming. Nectar or honey? I don't know why I said nectar. Maybe that's for somebody else out there. Okay, the wombat, be at home. Wow. Remember earlier I talked about you're going to be finding your home this week. Somebody's going to be coming home or you're going to be with the people that are your home. That's this energy. I just heard 3 more. Spirit, can you give us 3 more? Antelope. This is fast movement again. Life is speeding up. Whew. Energy is so high. I wonder if that's okay. I just got confirmation. I just had the thought and then it confirmed it. That's why I'm stuttering, because that's the energy of this week. It's going to be moving so fast that you can't even talk. I'm glad they confirmed that for me. Oh my gosh. Number 33, freedom is yours. Horse spirit. Holy cow. And look, it's a heart. So normally horses in my other decks, they mean fast momentum, like fast-paced energy. Your freedom is here. Financial freedom, freedom in a partnership, freedom in love, freedom from that job. This is the most beautiful horse. I love the blue painting on her nose. Which again, that's throat chakra. So fast communication. And antelope is normally divine masculine energy. So divine masculines are moving across country. They're reaching out across different states, or maybe they're leaving a job, or there's lots and lots of movement to go be at home where they belong with the wombat. Okay, final card for this reading. This was so good. I'll probably post it tomorrow at 10 a.m. So if you're watching this, good morning. Groundhog, oh my gosh. Time to let go. And it's holding a heart. Holy cow. Okay. Life is speeding up this week. Something is coming and you might have to let go of something else to get it. Maybe it's an old belief. Maybe you really need to sit with money, start tracking it, start seeing how much you have, and be willing to let go of the old you who was always broke, was always in lack. Be willing to let that person go. Just like my client, she now has all this money and her ego is still telling her she shouldn't be spending the money. So you're letting go of a layer of who you used to be, and you're stepping into this new life with fast movement, exciting fireworks, leaving the storm. Your light is about to shine. And I even feel like whoever's going to be experiencing a new partnership where you might be in the spotlight, maybe you're going to meet a celebrity, or maybe and I don't really like glorify celebrities. I just feel like people are people and people just have bigger platforms. But maybe you're going to meet somebody and your light is going to amplify so much with this person because you're finally together where you're meant to be at home, and more people are going to see you and more people are going to see your light because of this person's maybe connections or because of their outreach. But you might have to let go of something. You might have to let go of a location, a home, a car, a person. Everybody's situation is going to be so different. He's really cute holding a little heart and his little teal necklace. Number 31. And the horse was 33. Freedom is yours. Somebody's getting freedom this week. And I just looked at the couch and the "you are loved" is staring at me. So remember that spirit has your back right when you think that. I keep feeling like I'm petting a horse. Oh man, this is like good energy. I'm like so riled up right now. I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight. It's only 7:30. Might need to go for a drive or something, but you are so loved. The energy that is coming for this week for all of you is going to be excitement and finally freedom. Whatever is coming to your body and your heart and your mind when I say that, it's coming. And you be mindful of your thoughts because your ego is going to doubt it. And then that pushes it away. So don't doubt it. Say anything is possible. Say the old me would have not been able to receive what I'm about to receive because I wasn't ready yet. But now I'm ready. Arms open. I'm ready now. I deserve it. I'm going to look at myself in the mirror and be so proud of who I am. And I'm going to manifest then people telling me, hey, I love your videos. You're awesome. You know, that you're going to manifest something where somebody's going to be showering you with so much love, and get used to it. This is the new you. This is your new life. People loving on you. Start to open up your heart and start to welcome it. All right, lovies, I hope you enjoyed this reading. It was filled with good energy. I'm so glad we did it. Let me know if you need a session. Like we got those 2 spiritual mentor cards, the wise counselor. So I feel like that was for a reason. Either you're going to be needing to step into that role and I can help you do that, or you need counseling. You need assistance in making the transition. Maybe you're a divine masculine and you're needing to leave a partnership. You know, I do recorded readings. If you don't want to be live with me, I can do a 30-minute reading, email it to you, boom, done. You get the messages that you need. I can't wait to stop recording so I don't have to worry about stuttering anymore. But yeah, like take advantage. I'm here to help. $177 for a session, $111 for the recorded readings that are just 30 minutes. But feel free to reach out. I want all of us, that Wonder Woman energy. I want all of us on our mission, standing side by side, ready to shine light on our world. All right, lovies, I will see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, connect your energy to mine. Thank you for supporting me and my channel. I will see you in the next one. All right, peace.